Slow down. Keep those engines roaring, folks. The race is off to a thrilling start. La Croissant 1980 and Aetion 1792 are leading the pack, showing impressive speed right out of the gate. Hager 3 and Butcher 0 are close on their heels, ready to pounce at any misstep. Meanwhile, Tenkamen 700 and Maya are holding strong in the top 6. But they'll need to pick up the pace if they want to catch that front duel. Keep your eyes peeled, this is just getting started. Hey deplorable Apple. Welcome back to the channel. We missed you. Ready to see some crazy AI race shenanigans? Let's go. Green Apple racing car dashing away. Captain Potato has made a significant move up to power, successfully overtaking both Hugged 3 and Bucci 0. Cedric and Nukembokim have also made progress, climbing to pen by getting ahead of Iverfiel. Meanwhile, Feds and Amundsen have advanced to 16, overtaking Issy 1212 and Sirironbot in the process. The race continues to show dynamic changes in positions as drivers push for the best placements. Hugged 3 and Butcher 0 have just executed a solid maneuver to secure power, successfully overtaking Captain Potato from Racing Potatoes. The battle for power is heating up between Hugged 3, Butcher 0 and Captain Potato, with Hugged 3 and Butcher 0 in their Ford RS200s, while Captain Potato is behind the wheel of a Venturi 260 app. In the lower positions, Issy 1212 and Sirironbot have progressed to 16, having passed the gentlemen. The race dynamics continue to shift as competitors jockey for position. Rizaldi Adha and Violnanoviv Garden have successfully moved up to 6 after overtaking Jasak 72 and Paradox.all. Meanwhile, a close battle is unfolding for P21 with 1999 Setembro and Soulflash 21 in the Lotus SX Turbo Esprit 80, contending against Ship Roman and Suzanne Greenberg in a Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo. The action is tight as they jostle for position. Duffdad and N29 Kie have successfully moved up to Pate, putting some pressure on Kakarot 30 and Sabine at 27. That was a clean overtake, showcasing some impressive maneuvering. The pack is tightening as they continue to push for more positions. Risaldi Atta and Violin Olive Garden have successfully moved into 5 after executing a clean overtaking maneuver on Captain Potato. The two drivers are now gaining momentum as they push through the next sector. Captain Potato has dropped to 6 but remains within striking distance. The race dynamics are shifting with this recent change in positions. IRFA has successfully moved up to position 10 after overtaking both Zudrig and Nukimbokum. The battle for that 10th spot continues as AR fail in the Venturi 260 long faces. Pressure from Zudrig and Nukimbokum, who are both in Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6-tonne vehicle. Meanwhile, there's a heated contest for position 14 involving Koki Baininity and Funya Shell Gaming in a Porsche 944 Turbos, along with Fez and Amundsen driving a Ferrari 308 GTS. All 4 cars are closely matched as they jockey for position, indicating a tight race dynamic in the midfield. Hubby 3 and Bocchizero have successfully moved into P3, overtaking both Lacrosse 1 1980 and A2 in 1792. The battle for P3 intensifies as Hugger 3 and Bocchizero, in their Ford RS200 face, off against the Venturi 260 Loam of Lacrosse 1980 and A2 in 1792. Meanwhile, IRFA has made an advancement to P9, overtaking Kakaroto Tachesi and Sabina 27. Zydric and Nukimbokum have successfully moved up to Pen after overtaking both Kakaroto 30 and Sabina 27. This maneuver indicates a strategic approach as they navigate through the field. The positions are starting to tighten as we continue to see shifts in the rankings. Currently, Chip Berman and Suzanne Greenberg in the Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo are closely contesting with 1999 Settembro and Soul Flash 21 in the Lotus SX Turbo Esprit 80 for P21. Chip Berman and Suzanne made a strategic move on the last turn, inching ahead as they approached the straight. However, 1999 Settembro and Soul Flash 21 are not far behind and are looking for an opportunity to overtake. The battle is intensifying as they enter the next tight corner. Shippermanen and Suzanne maintain the inside line, while 1999 Settembro and Soul Flash 21 try to set up for an outside move. It's a tight race with no clear advantage yet. Rizaldi Adha and Viola Garden in the Ford RS200 have engaged in a tight battle with Jasak 72 and Paradox driving the Audi Vate 88 for the 6th position. The Ford is showing strong cornering capabilities, allowing Rizaldi to maintain close proximity to the Audi. Viola Garden attempts an overtake on the inside but is unable to complete it, while Jasak 72 keeps the pressure on. Paradox is defending well, utilizing the Audi's straight-line speed to fend off any advances. The gap remains minimal as they head into the next turn, indicating that this battle is far from over. Baker Euronin and Amy are gaining on 1999 September and Soulflash 21, reducing the gap to 2.2 seconds. Baker Euroni is showing strong pace, while Amy maintains consistent speed. The race dynamics are shifting as they approach the leaders. Rizaldi Adha and Viola Garden in the Ford RS200 are currently locked in a tight battle for 6 with Jasak 72 and Paradox driving the Audi Vate 88. Rizaldi Adha made a move on Viola Garden at the last hairpin, but couldn't quite secure the position, while Jasak 72 is looking to capitalize on any mistake from the Ford pair. The Audi is gaining ground as they navigate the straightaway, setting up for a potential overtake. The race dynamics are heating up as they approach the next corner. Knalga 77, Eus John 7, Koki Beninity, and Funyashal Gaming are currently engaged in a tight battle for P13. Knalga 77 has just made a move on Eus John 7, successfully overtaking and moving up to P13. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity is applying pressure on Funyashal Gaming from behind, trying to find an opening. The 4 cars are closely matched in speed, making this a highly competitive fight for position. As they approach the next turn, it will be crucial for each driver to maintain their lines and capitalize on any mistakes from their rivals. Hey Volkson! Welcome back to the racetrack. Party popper, buckle up. It's about to get wild with our speedy AI racers. Racing car dashing away. One Sirius Sky has taken the inside line, making a move on New Texum as they approach the first chicane. Kanaga 77 is closely trailing, waiting for an opportunity to capitalize. EU's John 7 is looking to maintain pace, but seems to be losing ground slightly. The battle for P12 is heating up as they jostle for position through the tight corners. Sirius Sky holds the lead for now, but No Texum is right on his tail, attempting to regain the position heading into the next straight. Ayerfael has successfully moved to Pate after overtaking both Sidric and Nukembokum. Meanwhile, Sidric and Nukembokum have made their own moves, climbing to P9 by overtaking Kakaroto the 37 and Sabina 27. In the battle for Pen, Kakaroto 30th and Sabina 27 have also advanced, overtaking Dufdad and N20 Ninki Acha'al. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Eka Gironi and Amy are gaining ground on Kakaroto the Taddy and Sabina 27, reducing the gap to 10.4 seconds. Kadishok and Steezy Honks have advanced to P18, successfully overtaking Shiproman and Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Shiproman and Suzanne Greenberg have managed to move up to P19, getting past the 1999 Septembro and Soulflash 21. Sirius Sky, Neo Texum, Knalga 77, and EU's John 7 are closely matched in a tight contest for the 10th position, with frequent overtakes and defensive maneuvers. The pace is quick as they jostle for position, showcasing their skills. Meanwhile, the gentlemen, Issy 1212, and Sir Ironbot, are engaged in a fierce battle for 14th place. All three cars are maintaining close proximity, executing strategic turns and acceleration to gain any advantage they can. The competition remains intense as they navigate the track. Cedric and Nukembokum have encountered issues and dropped back to 18th position, losing 9 spots. Meanwhile, Sirius Sky and Neo Texum have successfully moved up to 9th, after overtaking Knalga 77 and EU's John 7. Knalga 77 and EU's John 7 are now in 10th, having passed Koki Baninity and Fonia Shell Gaming. The mid-pack dynamics continue to shift as drivers jockey for position. Captain Potato is currently in a heated battle for 5th place, closely followed by Rizaldi Adha and Villanueva Garden, who are driving the Ford RS200. Captain Potato and the Venturi 260 is holding his ground, but it looks like Rizaldi Adha is attempting an overtake on the inside. In the battle for 18th, Chip Broman and Suzanne Greenberg in their Mitsubishi GTO twin turbo are vying against 1999 Settembro and Soulflash 21, who are behind the wheel of a Lotus Essex Turbo Esprit 80. Chip Broman looks to be holding off the challenge, but Soulflash 21 is looking for an opening as they approach the next corner. Both positions are very dynamic right now, with potential shifts happening at any moment. (1999 Settembro) in the Lotus Essex Turbo Esprit 80 is currently in P19, closely followed by Soulflash 21, who is attempting to find an inside line for an overtake. Duff Dad and N29 Kia in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6 Temi are right on their tail, creating a tight pack of competitors. As they approach the hairpin, both the Lotus drivers are weaving slightly, trying to defend their positions. Soulflash 21 makes a bold move on the inside, but 1999 Settembro holds his ground. Duff Dad and N29 Kia are poised to capitalize on any mistake. The tension in this battle for P19 continues to build as they head into the next straight. La Poisson 1980 and Ation 1792 have executed a successful overtake, moving up to P2Y. Jasak 72 and Paradox have now dropped to P3 after their earlier surge. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha and Villanueva Garden are struggling, having fallen back 6 positions to P11. The field is tightening up as the race continues. Zyga 22 and Edelbock are now gaining on Rizaldi Adha and Villanueva Garden, reducing the gap by 4.6 seconds. As they approach the final turn, it's clear that the battle for position is heating up. Both Zyga 22 and Edelbock are in a strong formation, ready to execute an overtake if the opportunity arises. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha and Villanueva Garden are maintaining their defensive lines, but the pressure is mounting as the race progresses. La Poisson 1980 and Ation 1792 have executed a successful overtake, now holding the top position in Pond. Jasak 72 and Paradox have also surged ahead to take P2, pushing Captain Potato down to P3. Captain Potato has responded by moving past Hugger 3 and Butcher 0, reclaiming P3 after the shuffle. The race remains competitive as positions continue to shift. Winzerius Guy and Neo Texum are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Hugger 3 and Butcher 0 by 42 seconds. Meanwhile, Tenka Menons 4 and Maya have successfully moved up to position 8 after overtaking Koki Beninti and Funya Show Gaming. The race dynamics are shifting as positions change and gaps narrow. Sidrek and Nukembukung have successfully moved up to P19 after executing a clean overtake on both Duffdad and N29 Kiat. They gain ground efficiently, showcasing solid racing lines and precise timing during that maneuver. The race continues to progress with tight competition among the drivers. Cedric and Nukembukung have successfully moved up to P18, executing a clean overtake on both Shipbroman and Suzanne Greenberg. The maneuver looked well timed, showcasing their strategic approach in this phase of the race. Rafael has successfully moved into P3, executing a clean overtake on both Hugger 3 and Boko 0. Following that, Hugger 3 and Butcher 0 have advanced to P4 by overtaking Jezek 72 and Paradox at Diet. The fight for P7 is heating up, with Wazirius Guy, Neotexum, Nolga 77, and Eyush John 7, all engaged in close competition. Sidrek and Nukembukung have successfully moved up to 17, overtaking Kazishuk and Steezy Honks. Kakaroto 30 and Sabina 27 have also made progress, advancing to P19 after passing Duffdad and Hentin Niki Adat. Meanwhile, there's a tight battle for P20 Asdad, along with N29 Kie in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Evo for 6th time is being challenged by Shipperman and Susan Greenberg in their Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo. The dynamics are heating up as these two pairs jockey for position. Shipperman and Suzanne Greenberg have significantly reduced the gap to Kazishuk and Steezy Honks, now trailing by just 15.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Hugger 3 and Butcher 0 have made a notable advancement, moving into P3 after successfully overtaking Rafael. The dynamics are shifting with these positions as the race continues. Rizaldi Ada and Violnolive Garden are making impressive moves, having overtaken 6 cars to secure 7. Meanwhile, Jasak 72 and Paradox are also on the rise, successfully passing 6 competitors to take pate. However, One Serious Guy and Neotexum are struggling, dropping back by 7 positions, and currently sitting in P13. One Serious Guy and Neotexum have made impressive moves, each overtaking 4 cars to secure positions, now at 10. Cedric and Nukembokembokam are following closely behind, having gained 6 positions to reach P11. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity and Fun Yashal Gaming have also advanced, with 4 overtakes, landing them in P12 Troposti. The field is tightening up as these drivers push for better placements. One Serious Guy in the Porsche 944 Turbo is currently holding on to Pen, closely pursued by Neotexum, who is also in a Porsche 944 Turbo S Cedric, and Nukembokam in their Mitsubishi Lancer. Evo 6th. Time are right behind, applying pressure as they attempt to overtake. The gap between these 4 cars is minimal, with aggressive cornering and strategic braking being crucial at this point. It's a tight pack, and any miscalculation could change the standings dramatically. One Serious Guy maintains his position, but Neotexum is looking for an opportunity to make a move. Cedric and Nukembokam are not far behind, eyeing for an opening to capitalize on. The battle for Pen is heating up. Psycho 22 and Edelbach have both experienced significant setbacks, dropping back 9 positions to P18. Kakaroto 3rd and Itamid and P7 are also struggling, falling back 6 positions to P19. Duff Dad and N29 Kia are in a similar situation, having dropped 6 positions to P20. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers face challenges on the track. Kasishuk and Steezy Honks are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Duff Dad and N29 Kia by 3.7 seconds. They are now just a few car lengths behind, positioning themselves for a potential overtake. The race dynamics are shifting, as they appear to be gaining momentum on the straight sections. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and N29 Kia will need to tighten their defensive strategies to maintain their lead. Knalgas 77 and EU Zone 7 have both made significant progress, moving up to P13 after successfully overtaking 1999 Settembro and Solflash 21. The maneuver was clean, showcasing precise timing and strategy. They are now in a better position as the race continues. Jasak 72 and Paradox have successfully moved into 7, executing a precise overtake on Rizaldi Arda and Vianolive Garden. Meanwhile, Kakaroto III and Sabini 27 are making significant headway, reducing the gap to Baker Joran and Amy by 3 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as the mid-pack battles intensify. Currently, Waziri Sky is holding on to the 10th position, but is closely challenged by Neotexum, Koki Beninity, and Funyashell Gaming. They are all in a tight formation, with Neotexum making a slight move to the inside on the last turn, attempting to gain an advantage. Koki Beninity is right behind, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistakes from the leaders of this pack. Funyashell Gaming is also applying pressure, maintaining a consistent speed and waiting for the right moment to make a move. The battle for that final points position is intensifying as they approach the next corner. Sidrek and Nukembokum have encountered issues, dropping down to P18 after losing 8 positions. In contrast, Koki Beninity and Funyashell Gaming have made a strong move, advancing to Pen by overtaking Feds and Amundsen. Feds and Amundsen have responded by climbing to P11, successfully overtaking Naga 77 and Illusion 7. The race continues to see dynamic changes in position as the cars navigate the track. Tengaman is 704, and Maya have successfully moved into Pfau, overtaking AR Fail from Team Blast. In the meantime, there's a tight battle for P19 between Sidrek, Nukembokum Kakaroto 30, and Sabini 27, with each driver jostling for position. The dynamics in the lower midfield are heating up as they jockey for an advantage. Koki Beninity and Funyashell Gaming have successfully moved up to P9 after making a strategic overtake on Wasiri Sky and Nutexum. This maneuver appears to have been executed with precision, allowing them to capitalize on a slight error from their competitors. The race dynamics are shifting as they gain traction in the mid-pack. Kakaroto Thechai is currently holding the 19th position, closely followed by Sabina 27, who is attempting to make a move on the inside. Cedric is just behind them, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistake. Nukem Bochum is trailing slightly further back, but is gearing up for a potential overtake as they approach the next turn. The tension is building as they head into the hairpin. Captain Potato is gaining on both Lacroixon 1980 and Hyon 1792, reducing the gap by 31.2 seconds. The gentleman has successfully moved into 13th place after overtaking 1999 Settembro and Soulflash 21. Currently, Hugib 3 and Butcher 0 have successfully moved into P2 after overtake Captain Potato. This maneuver has shifted the dynamics of the race significantly. Captain Potato now drops to P3, while the leading car remains at the front with a comfortable lead. The gap between Pone and P2 is approximately 1.5 seconds. The race continues to be competitive as drivers strategize their next moves. Kakaroto Thetoleri and Sabine 27 have advanced to P20, successfully overtaking Baker Joram and Amy I. Meanwhile, Ship Roman and Suzanne Greenberg have climbed to P22 by getting past Kedzi Shuk and Steezy Honks. A tight battle is now unfolding for P22 among Ship Roman, Suzanne Greenberg, Kedzi Shuk, and Steezy Honks. The race dynamics are heating up as these positions shift. Cedric, Nukem Bochum, Duff Dad, and N29 Kie are tightly packed in a fierce battle for 18th position. Cedric currently holds the inside line, but Nukem Bochum is applying pressure on the outside, looking to make a move. Duff Dad is closely trailing, ready to capitalize on any mistakes, while N29 Kia is also in striking distance, keeping the pack engaged. It's a tense moment as they approach the next turn, with all four drivers jockeying for position. AC1212 and Sir Ironbot have successfully moved up to P13 after overtaking 1999 Settembro and Soulflash 21. The maneuver was clean, showcasing precise timing and strategy. The two cars are now working together, maintaining a strong pace as they continue to close the gap to the next drivers ahead. Target 3 and Butcher have successfully advanced to pole after overtaking Lacroix 1980 and Atuan 1792. Zigoto 22 and Edelbach are now in 16, having overtaken Sidrek and Nukambokin. Meanwhile, Sidrek and Nukambokin have also moved up to 17, overtaking Dufdat and N29 Akidotto. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Cedric is currently in 17th position, closely followed by Nukembokum, Dufdad, and N29P, creating a tight battle. Cedric is defending his position as Nukembokum attempts to make a move on the inside. Dufdad is looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any slip-up from the two ahead. N29PA is also lurking just behind, ready to strike if the chance arises. The tension is palpable as they enter the next corner. Togibininity and Funya Shell Gaming are currently in pursuit, significantly reducing the gap to Rizaldi Adha and Violin Olive Garden by 42.7 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as they continue to close in on the leaders. The positioning remains tight, indicating a potential for overtaking maneuvers as the race progresses. The strategies employed by all drivers will be crucial in the upcoming laps. Schipperman and Suzanne Greenberg have made a strong push, moving up to P21, after successfully overtaking Kazishuk and Steezy Honks. Meanwhile, Kazishuk and Steezy Honks have climbed to P22 by overtaking Baker Jerome and Amy. The dynamic shifts in positions are creating an exciting mid-race atmosphere. Rizaldi Adha and Violin Olive Garden have significantly reduced the gap to ARFAL, bringing it down by 6.2 seconds. They are now closely pursuing him as they navigate through the turns. The race dynamics indicate a potential battle for position if this pace continues. Overtaking maneuvers could be imminent if they maintain this momentum. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack appears to be maintaining their current positions, with no significant changes in the leaderboard at this moment. Kakarotto 38 and Sabine 27 have successfully moved up to P10, executing precise overtakes on Dofdatenent to Dietijetsitine in 2019. This maneuver showcases their strategic racing prowess as they continue to push through the pack. Jasek 72 and Paradox have successfully moved into P2, executing a clean overtake on Hugger 3 and Bucky 0. Meanwhile, Kadzashuk and Steezyhonks have advanced to P20, surpassing Duff Dad and N29P at Dorcha. The race dynamics continue to shift as drivers make their moves through the field. Eiko Yoroni and Amy are gaining on Kakarotto 13 and Sabine 27, reducing the gap by 48 seconds. The two cars are showing strong pace. Kakarotto 13 maintains a slight lead, while Sabine 27 is under pressure from the pursuing duo. The race dynamics are shifting as Baker Jeronen and Amy continue their pursuit, indicating a potential for an overtake if this trend continues. Hugget 3 and Bucky 0 have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Jasak 72 and Paradox by 2.5 seconds. They are both showing strong pace and seem to be strategizing for an overtaking opportunity. The dynamics between these four cars are shifting as they approach a critical section of the track. Hey Naibe! Welcome back to the racetrack. We missed you zooming around with us. Buckle up, the AI racers are ready to rev their engines. Racing car dashing away. Captain Potato is currently holding the 4th position in the Venturi 260 arm, with Tenkaman N74 and Maya close behind in the Subaru Impreza 22 beats TT. The gap between them is minimal, indicating a tight battle. Tenkaman N74 makes a move on the inside, but Captain Potato defends well, maintaining his position. Maya is looking for an opportunity as well, trying to capitalize on any potential mistake. The tension is rising as they approach the next corner. Let's see if there will be an overtake. Cedric and Nukembukam are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Zygo 22 and Edelbach by 2.1 seconds. Cedric is currently in 6th place, while Newcombochum is right behind in 7th, demonstrating a coordinated effort to catch up. Zoiga 22 remains in 4th, with Edelbach holding on to 5th, but the pressure is building, as Cedric and Newcombochum are gaining momentum. The dynamics of this race are shifting as they approach the next turn. Huggett 3 and Butcher 0 have successfully moved up to P2, executing a clean overtake on Tankeming in 7th hole, and Maya.T. This change in position shows their improved pace and strategy, allowing them to gain significant ground in the race. The battle for positions continues to heat up as they push forward. The fight for P21 is heating up between Duff Dad, N29 Kia, Kakaroto 38, and Sabini 27. Duff Dad is currently in the lead of this group, holding off pressure from N29 Kia, who is looking to make a move on the inside. Kakaroto 30 is closely tailing them, waiting for an opportunity to pounce, while Sabina 27 is keeping all three drivers in check from behind. The dynamics are shifting as they approach a tight corner. N29K attempts to overtake on the inside. It's a tight squeeze. Kakaroto 30 takes advantage of the situation and tries to slip through on the outside. This battle is intensifying as they head towards the next straight. September and Soul Flash 21 have progressed to 17 after successfully overtaking Cedric and Newcombochum Day. Meanwhile, Kazushak and Steezy Honks have advanced to P19 by passing Duff Dad and N29 Kia. In response, Duff Dad and N29 Kia have moved up to P20, overtaking Kakaroto 30 and Sabine 27 in the process. The competition is tightening as positions shift in the mid-pack. Copy. Baker Gironi and Amy are currently gaining on the leaders Kazishuk and Steezy Honks, reducing the gap significantly by 43.9 seconds. The pace is increasing as they approach the front, indicating a potential overtaking opportunity soon. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions but watching closely as the pursuit continues. The dynamics in this race are shifting as the closing laps progress. Cedric, Newcombochum, Duff Dad and N29 Kia are tightly packed in a fierce battle for 18th position. Cedric is currently holding the inside line as they approach the first corner. with Nukembokum closely tailing him. Duff Dad makes a move on N29 Kia, attempting to overtake on the outside but gets blocked. N29 Kia is gaining speed, looking for an opportunity to sneak past. The cars are within inches of each other, showcasing some impressive defensive and offensive driving. This battle is heating up as they head down the main straight. Wanziri Sky and New Texan have successfully overtaken Koki Banainity and Fanya Shell Gaming, advancing to P9. The positioning shift has increased their momentum as they continue to push through the pack. Koki Banainity and Funya Shell Gaming have significantly narrowed the gap to a Sirius Guy and New Texan by 11.9 seconds. In the meantime, Isyon 12 and Sirarimbot have successfully overtaken Noga 77 and EU's John 7, moving up to position 10. The race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change among the competitors. Nalga 77 and EU's John 7 are making significant progress, narrowing the gap with the gentleman from No Name Racing by 2.7 seconds. Zigor 22 and Edelbach have advanced to 14 after overtaking Isya 12 and Sir Ironboard Dotted. In 16, 1999 Setembro and Soul Flash 21 have moved up, successfully passing Snooker 4, 115 and Okayoki 3. The race dynamics continue to shift as positions change frequently. Nalga 77 and Eujon 7 have successfully moved up to P12 after a well-executed overtake on the gentleman. They coordinated their approach through the last corner, using a slipstream to gain speed before making the move on the main straight. The gentleman now sits in P13 as a result. Duff Dad has just made a strong move on N29 Kia, taking the inside line at turn 3 and successfully moving into P19. Kakaroto the trail is closely trailing behind, looking to capitalize on any mistakes made by N29 Kia Daltuat. Sabina 27 remains in the mix, maintaining a tight formation with the others as they head into the next straightaway. All 4 cars are now nose to tail, setting up for a potential overtake as they approach the upcoming hairpin. Carotto 30 makes a bold attempt on N29 Kia, but is unable to complete the pass, forcing him to back off slightly. Sabine 27 is now positioned to challenge Carotto 30 as they exit the corner. The battle for P19 is heating up. Jazak 72 and Paradox have significantly reduced the gap to Captain Potato by 2.33 seconds, indicating a strong push for position. Meanwhile, 1999 September and Solfast 21 are also gaining ground on Zygo 22 and Edelborg, closing in by 2.1 seconds. The dynamics of the race are intensifying as these pairs of drivers aim to overtake their respective targets. Zydrak and Nukambokim have successfully moved up to 17, executing clean overtakes on both Zydo 22 and Edelborg. Carotto 13 and Sabine 27 are also making progress, advancing to P19 after passing Dufdat and N29 Kyoto Tour. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers gain positions. Shibraman and Suzanne Greenberg have successfully moved up to P19 after overtaking both Kazashok and Steezy Honks. In response, Kazashok and Steezy Honks have made a move of their own, now holding P20 by overtaking Dufdat and N29 Kiat. The positions are shifting quickly as the race unfolds. Captain Potato has successfully moved into P3, executing a clean overtake on both Jasak 72 and Paradox.D. This puts him in a strong position with only the top two cars ahead. Jasak 72 now drops to P4, while Paradox falls back to P5. The race dynamics are tightening as the leaders maintain their pace. The gentlemen, Issy 12-12-12, and Sir Ironbot are locked in a tight battle for 13th place. The gentleman currently holds the position but is under pressure from Issy 12-12, who is making aggressive moves on the inside. Sir Ironbot is not far behind, looking for an opening to capitalize on any mistakes. The dynamics are shifting as they approach the next turn, with all three drivers showing impressive skill and strategy. It's a close contest as they jostle for position, and it will be interesting to see how this unfolds in the upcoming laps. Kokibinity and Funya Shell Gaming have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Rizaldi Adha and Violin Olive Garden by 43.1 seconds. The competition is tightening as they continue to push forward. Currently Kokibinity is in 5th place, closely tailing Funya Shell Gaming in 6th. The top 4 positions remain unchanged for now, with a noticeable pace difference starting to show in the back half of the pack. All eyes are on the duo as they approach the next turn, which could be critical for an overtaking opportunity. Schipperman and Suzanne Greenberg are now just 2.2 seconds behind Zygo22 and Edelbach, making a significant push to close the gap. The race dynamics are shifting as they gain on the leaders. Both pairs of cars are maintaining high speeds, but it seems that Schipperman and Suzanne Greenberg have found some extra pace. The tension is building as we approach the next corner. Will they make a move for an overtake? Kokibinity and Funya Shell Gaming are currently gaining ground on Rizaldi Adha and Violoniv Garden, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Both Kokibinity and Funya Shell Gaming seem to be coordinating their moves effectively, taking advantage of the slipstream. As they approach the next turn, it looks like they may attempt an overtake soon. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha and Violoniv Garden are holding their positions but will need to defend against the incoming challenge. The dynamics are shifting as the race progresses. Hey there, Yamtha Krabby. Welcome back to the racetrack. Did you miss all the high-speed shenanigans? Buckle up. It's about to get wild. Racing car dashing away. Feds in the Ferrari 308 GTS has just made a move on Amundsen, gaining the position as they head into the first turn. Knalga 77 in the Porsche 944 Turbo S is now closely trailing behind, looking for an opportunity to overtake Amundsen as well. Use John 7 in another Porsche is strategically positioned, eyeing both cars ahead. Feds maintains P11, while Amundsen drops to P12. Knalga 77 and Use John 7 are side by side, with both Porsches trying to find a way past Amundsen. The battle for P11 is heating up. Hey Wayne94. Welcome back to the race. Racing car fire, we missed you zooming in with us. Buckle up, it's about to get wild. Captain Potato is now in pursuit of Hugger 3 and Buckeye 0, reducing the gap by 44.1 seconds, showcasing impressive speed. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity and Funny Ashell Gaming are also making moves, narrowing the distance to Resuldi Ada and Viola Garden by 2 seconds. The race dynamics are heating up as these drivers push their limits. The race continues with Duff Dad, N29 Kia, Kakaroto 30, and Sabine 27, locked in a tight battle for 21st position. Duff Dad currently holds the inside line, but N29 Kia is applying pressure on the outside, looking for an opportunity to overtake. Kakaroto 30 is closely trailing, waiting for any mistake from the front too. Sabine 27 is also in the mix, attempting to find a gap. As they approach the next corner, it's a strategic game of positioning. No overtakes have been completed yet, but the intensity is palpable. All four cars are within striking distance of each other, and the dynamics could change at any moment. Sidrek and Nukemboken are gaining on Zygo 22 and Edelbach, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. The competition is tightening as they approach the next corner. Currently, Sidrek is in 5th place, followed closely by Nukemboken in 6th, while Zygo 22 and Edelbach hold 4th and 3rd positions, respectively. The dynamics suggest that a potential overtake could happen soon if Sidrek and Nukemboken maintain this pace. As the battle for B21 intensifies, Duff Dad has just made a move on N29 Kia, pulling ahead by a narrow margin as they head into turn 3. Kakarato Thederdes is closely trailing, looking for an opening to capitalize on any mistakes from the two ahead. Serbin I-27 is also in the mix, maintaining pressure and remaining within striking distance. The positioning is tight and it's a thrilling contest as they navigate the track. Baker Gironi and Amy have significantly closed the gap to Kazishuk and Stizihawks, reducing their distance by 3.6 seconds. This puts Baker Gironi and Amy in a competitive position as they approach the next corner. Kazishuk maintains a slight lead, but the pressure is mounting from behind. The dynamics of the race are intensifying as they all navigate the track. As we continue to watch the race, Haga 3 and Boca 0 are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Lacrosse on 1980 and A2 on 1792 by 2.1 seconds. The two cars are showing strong pace and appear to be in sync as they strategize their approach to overtake. The dynamic between these four drivers is intensifying as they jockey for position. Keeping an eye on their tire wear and fuel levels will be crucial as the race develops. Let's see if they can maintain this momentum. Irafai has successfully moved into 5 after a clean overtake on both Tenkamen 704 and Mayajatatut. Meanwhile, Tenkamen 704 and Maya have made a strategic move to reclaim 6, overtaking Jazak 72 and Paradox in the process. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Kavashuk and Stizihawks have successfully moved up to P21, executing clean overtakes on both Dufdad and N29 Kiatada. The positioning is getting more competitive as we approach the mid-race phase. Ekaguron and Amy are now just 39.3 seconds behind Dufdad and N20 Ninkie, showing impressive speed as they close the gap. The race dynamics are shifting as they gain ground, potentially setting up for an overtake soon if they maintain this pace. Meanwhile, all cars appear to be holding their positions tightly, but with this momentum, Baker Joran and Amy could make a move in the next few laps. Savrek and Nukembuken have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Zygo 22 and Edelbach by 2 seconds. They are gaining momentum as they approach the next corner, potentially setting up for an overtaking maneuver. Zygo 22 and Edelbach will need to defend their positions carefully to maintain their lead. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is also beginning to space out as the race continues. Kakaroto 38 and Sabina 27 have successfully moved up to P9-19, executing an overtake on Kazashok and Steezyhonks, who have dropped to P20. This move has allowed Kazashok and Steezyhonks to overtake Duffdad and M29PA, who are now in P21 after losing position to Baker Joran and myself. The race is tightening as these positions continue to shift. Kakaroto the 13 and Sabina 27 are currently holding the lead, but Duffdad and M29 are closing in fast, reducing their gap to 7.2 seconds. In the meantime, Kazashok and Steezyhonks are also gaining ground on Duffdad and M29 Kia, bringing their gap down by 24.4 seconds. Baker Uroni and Amy are not far behind either, as they are narrowing the distance to Kazashok and Steezyhonks by 43.9 seconds. The race is tightening up significantly in this segment. Hey there, Okayoki. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're officially part of the pit crew now. Let's fuel up this stream, watch some epic AI racing. Automobile dashing. Away sparkles. Chip Broman in the Mitsubishi DTO Twin Turbo is currently holding off Suzanne Greenberg, who is closely trailing in the same model. They are locked in a tight battle for P19. Kakarata 13 and Sabina 27, driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6 Tintingi, are just behind them, looking for an opportunity to overtake. As they approach the hairpin turn, Chip Broman takes a defensive line, while Suzanne attempts to switch to the inside lane. Kakarata 13 is poised to capitalize on any mistakes made by either driver ahead. The tension is rising as they exit the corner, with Chip Broman maintaining position, but Suzanne is clearly gaining on the straight. Kakaroto 13 and Sambini 27 are now inching closer, ready to pounce if an opening presents itself. This battle for P19 is heating up as they head into the next series of turns. Hey there, Kamikaze 38. Party Popper, thanks a million for subscribing to the channel. Your support is as turbocharged as these AI racers. Let's rev up the excitement together. automobile dashing away. Hey, La Croissant 1980. Thank you so much for those 100 bits. That's like putting nitrous in my stream. You're making the raceway more exciting. Automobile dashing away, you're awesome. Currently, Zygo 22 and Edelbach are making significant progress as they close in on 1999 September and Soulflash 21 by 26.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Sniku 515 and Okayoki have successfully moved up to 15 after overtaking both 1999 September and Soulflash 21. The dynamics of this race are shifting rapidly with these positional changes. Winzerius Guy and Neo Texum have shown impressive pace, advancing to Penn after overtaking 4 cars, including Feds and Amundsen. Snukufev, 115, and Okayoki 3 are gaining on Naga 77 and Iyujon 7, reducing the gap by 13.6 seconds. The battle for positions is heating up as the mid-pack tightens. Hey there, La Croissant in 1980. Big thanks for subscribing. You're officially part of the pit crew now. Let's hit the gas and have some fun spectating these AI whizzes on the track. Automobile dashing away. The gentleman has successfully moved up to P12, executing clean overtakes on both Issy, 1200, 1200, and Sirayrumbot. This maneuver indicates a strong performance as he navigates through the field. The positioning suggests he's capitalizing on opportunities effectively. Hokibininity and Funnier Shell Gaming are making significant progress, now just 42.7 seconds behind Rizaldi Ada and Violin Ada, indicating a strong charge in the race. Meanwhile, Kakaroto Thetadantud and Sabini 27 have successfully moved up to P20, after overtaking Duffdead and N29. The dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change on the track. Wow, thank you so much, Lord of the Jungle, for the 500 bits. Glowing Star, you're the king of our jungle today. Let's keep the excitement rolling as we watch these AI race cars zoom by. Racing car, dashing away. Wunziria's guy is now just 1.5 seconds behind Koki Beninati, applying consistent pressure as they approach the next turn. Meanwhile, Neotexum is maintaining a steady pace, sitting closely behind Funny Shell Gaming and looking for an opportunity to overtake. The gap between them is currently at 0.8 seconds. The pack is tightening as they head into the upcoming straightaway, setting the stage for potential overtakes. Rafael has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Captain Potato by 6.7 seconds. The distance between them is now tightening as they approach the next corner. Captain Potato will need to defend against Rafael's advances as they enter a critical segment of the track. The tension is building with each passing lap. Tenka men in 704, and Maya are showing impressive speed as they close in on Rafael, reducing the gap by 44.1 seconds. The pressure is on for Rafael as both competitors gain ground. The dynamics of the race are shifting with this strong performance from Tenka men 704 and Maya de Tatui. Tenka men in 74 is gaining on Rafael, reducing the distance to 2 seconds. Maya is closely following, maintaining a steady pace. The gap between Tenka men 704 and Rafael continues to shrink as they approach the next turn. Overtaking maneuvers could be imminent if this trend continues. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions, with no significant changes in the lower ranks at this moment. Takarota Detsid is currently holding the 20th position, closely followed by Sabina 27, who is just a few tenths behind. Duff Dad is right in the mix, trying to find an opening as they approach the first hairpin. N29 Kie is also in the fray, applying pressure and looking for an opportunity to overtake. Takarota Detsid defends well into the corner, but Sabina 27 is attempting a late dive on the inside. They make contact. Sabina 27 squeezes through into 20th, while Duff Dad takes advantage and moves up as well. N29 Kia remains right on their tail, looking for an opening. The battle for 20th is heating up. Zoe 22 and Edelbach are currently in the lead, but Shipbroman and Suzanne Greenberg are making significant progress, reducing the gap by 44.7 seconds. Meanwhile, Kazashuk and Steezy Honks have moved up to position 21 after successfully overtaking Duff Dad and N29 Kia Duck Down. The race dynamics are shifting as positions change rapidly. Aka Urian and Amy have been making significant progress, reducing the gap to Duff Dad and N29 Key by 41.8 seconds. They are now in close pursuit, tightening the competition as they approach the leaders. The dynamics are shifting as their strategy appears to be paying off. N2090A and Duff Dad have successfully reduced the gap to Kadashuk and Steezy Honks by 2 seconds. They are gaining momentum as they approach the midsection of the track. The dynamics are shifting as the two pairs of cars are now within striking distance of each other. Overtaking opportunities may arise soon if this pace continues. Kadishuk and Steezy Honks have both advanced to P20 after successfully overtaking Kakaroto 33 and Sabina 27. The maneuver was clean, with Kazashuk taking the inside line on the last turn, allowing both drivers to gain crucial positions in the race. The battle for P20 has intensified as they aim to push further up the field. Haha, I love the energy. Looks like some competitive spirits in the chat. Gotta keep it fun and playful, right? Who's your pick to win this race? Now 77 and EU John 7 have successfully moved up to P13, overtaking Isyomontas 212-12 and Sirarimbot in a competitive maneuver. Currently, there's an intense battle for P13 as Nalga 77 and EU John 7 contend with Isyona 12-12 and Sirarimbot. Meanwhile, Kakaroto 30 and Sabina 27 are catching up to Kazishuk and Steezy Honks, reducing the gap by 2.9 seconds, indicating a potential overtaking opportunity soon. Ye indeed, Violin Olive Garden? Partying face and wow, Lord of the Jungle. You really missed out on that reward, huh? But don't worry, there are still plenty of races to earn those points back. And with Serious Guy, part-time or not, being in the top half is an achievement. High fives to you. Raised hand, just grab those snacks and keep on racing. Pizza racing car. Fegs and Eminsen are gaining ground on Mysterious Guy and New Texan, with the gap shrinking by 2.1 seconds. Fegs is clearly pushing hard, utilizing every corner to maximize speed. The dynamics are shifting as they approach the next turn. This could set up for a potential overtake if they maintain this momentum. Meanwhile, Mysterious Guy and New Texan are holding their lines, but will need to respond quickly to defend against this closing gap. Hey there, Anonymous Ninja T3. Welcome back to the race. Buckle up and enjoy the AI speed demon zooming by. Let's see if they can outrun your absence. Racing car dashing away. Kakarota Daddads and Sabine 27 are gaining on Kazushuk and Steezy Honks, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. They are showing impressive speed as they approach the midfield. Kazushuk maintains a slight lead, but Kakarota Daddads is just strategically positioning for an overtake. Sabine 27 is closely tailing, ready to capitalize on any opportunity. The dynamics are shifting as they enter a tight corner. This could be crucial for their chances to overtake. Mysterious Guy and New Texan in the Porsche 944 Turbos are currently neck and neck with Feds and Amundsen, who are piloting the Ferrari 308 GTs. They are engaged in a fierce battle for 10th position. Mysterious Guy makes a move on the inside of turn 3, but Feds holds strong, maintaining the racing line. Amundsen looks to capitalize on any mistake from Mysterious Guy. They exit turn 4 almost side by side, with Neo Texan gaining slightly in the slipstream. As they approach the next corner, Feds defends the inside line, while Amundsen attempts an outside maneuver, trying to gain an advantage. The tension is palpable as they head into Sector 2. This fight for Pen is proving to be intense, with no clear winner just yet. Ten coming in 7-4, and Maya have advanced to 5 after successfully overtaking Jazak 72 and Paradox Store. This maneuver has increased their positioning in the race, showcasing their strategic driving. The competition remains tight as they push forward. Rizaldi Adha and Violin Olivegarden have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Jasak 72 and Paradox by 43.1 seconds. They are gaining momentum and appear to be in a strong position to overtake shortly. The dynamic between these four cars is becoming increasingly competitive as they approach another crucial section of the track. Kakaroto the Trade and Sabine 27 have significantly reduced the gap to Kazishuk and Steezy Honks by 2.1 seconds. They are now just behind the leaders, enhancing their chances for an overtake. The race dynamics are tightening as they position themselves for a potential move in the upcoming corners. Kazishuk and Steezy Honks will need to defend their positions carefully to maintain their lead. The gentleman from No Name Racing has successfully reduced the gap to Feds and Amundsen by 2 seconds. This is a significant move, as he now sits just behind them, intensifying the competition. Feds is holding his position in second place, while Amundsen remains in the lead but must be aware of the approaching threat. The dynamics are shifting as they head into the next turn. Kazishuk and Steezy Honks have advanced to P19 after successfully overtaking Kakaroto 30 and Sabine 27. Kakaroto 30 and Sabine 27, despite losing their position, have moved up to P20 by passing Duffdad and N29. Meanwhile, Duffdad and N29 have gained ground, now in P21, after overtaking Baker Joran and Amy. Airafe currently holds foul after a successful overtake, of just SX72 and Paradox, showcasing impressive speed and strategy. Meanwhile, Kanaga 77 and Yuyush John 7 have climbed to P12, having overtaken the gentlemen. In the backfield, Ship Roman and Suzanne Greenberg have made significant progress to P21, overtaking Kazashuk and Steezy Honks. The race dynamics are shifting as positions are being contested aggressively. Hey Anabiosis! Welcome back to the raceway. Buckle up, cause the AI cars are ready to zoom past. Racing car dashing. Away. Eka Uroni and Amy are now gaining on Kazashuk and Steezy Honks, reducing the gap significantly by 43.7 seconds. The race is intensifying as they continue to push forward. The dynamics between these four cars are crucial as we move deeper into the competition. Each driver is employing different strategies, which will impact their positions in the coming laps. The tension builds as they approach the next set of turns, where overtakes could become critical. I feel you, Anonymous Nina D3. Split screen options would be a game changer. Maybe it'll come in a future update? Cross it fingers. And yes, Anabiosis, you're totally right. It's a whole package deal with practice, qualifying, and then the race. Just makes it so much more exciting. Congrats to Le Croissant 1980 on that epic win. Party Popper, you demolished the race. Keep those celebrations coming. Hey there V4L3A. Party. Popper, welcome back to the racetrack. Let's see if the AI can outpace your return. Automobile dashing away.